Alright, so I'm up at Circle K and it is 1:29. I've been here for a few minutes, probably I think it was like 1:20 when I got here. But literally like almost right after I turned the phone off, and I was stopping to get a piece of candy out of my bag and grab my cigarettes, and now it's continued walking. But as soon as I stopped to grab the candy, see, I'm at Circle K. Hopefully you can't really hear that music coming from the vehicle over there. Cody just walked by going in his van. The guy that got me the job in Tampa, Psycho, his little brother Cody. Nice Suburban. GMC Yukon Denali XL. I don't want to say Suburban and the Chevy people that don't consider GMC a Chevy. But yeah, so my buddy Churl and a friend of his that was driving a nice size Chevy van that I been wanting for years. I really want the high top conversion van, a little bit more room. I'll settle for the low top. But I'm up here at the truck, wife's Durango, and I got the cardboard on the ground and been sitting here resting my leg for a little bit since the walk. No, I'd say look crazy, but I'm about to get underneath the truck. My legs hurting like crazy from the decent low walk I did, but I'm going to the truck, check the muffler, and she was mentioning that the muffler is disconnected now. And she was sitting there saying that the steering wheel is a little, not the steering wheel though, but more the vehicle was wobbly. So I don't know. Okay. Glance around, look at a few things, and then I'll probably drive up and down the little side road down here. And I got a while before she gets off work, so she had plenty of time. But oh, my ankle. Alright, I'm gonna turn this camera around. Alright, make sure the flashlight was on. Yeah, exhaust pipe is broken off. Got aftermarket straight pipe exhaust now. There's any play in the drive shaft. Very buried a little bit. I wish I had some brake cleaner and clean off all that transmission fluid. Make sure it's not leaking anymore. All that there, and on the transfer case. And take a rag when I get it home, I guess, and wipe it down. I'll go there and check that front drive shaft, see if there's any play in that. I'll probably be taking this big bad boy off the something in there, piece of the inside. I'll probably be taking this off when she gets home. Be real easy, just pop that donut off. You know, it's swaying, hitting that drive shaft. I wish I can get new shocks. Hopefully, wife's gonna be having a decent paycheck. I can afford new shocks. So, I've really been wanting to do a video of all the noise that does come from this vehicle. Bunch of transmission fluid on that inside that tire area where that CV axle and everything is. So I'll be probably getting some brake cleaner, clean out that whole section. But yeah. Actually, I think I got some in the back too. I don't remember if there's any in this truck or not. But I'll crawl over here and pop this little hood. Clean the wife's truck out while she's in there working. After I get done with all this fantastic fun. The hose does not look like it's been leaking anymore, so that's good. I'll pop this trunk open and see if I have that can of brake cleaner, parts cleaner. I think there might be a can underneath here. A little speaker box. I have to look and see what the camera got, but no. Ah, I see one in here. Setting new shocks for that as well, but I'm gonna grab this piece of fancy bancy cardboard here. Oh shoot, my leg hurts. Lay out here in the sun and get a suntan. That's got a little bit of play. Maybe a little much. Make sure there's the bolts in there for the brake caliper, because I remember how much fun I had with that one. Check the CV axle. Would like to replace these because it does look nasty up inside that boot. I don't see anything that would really make it cause to rattle, except CV boot there. Everything else looks fine. Get a little bit of transmission fluid off. I need to come in there with a rag and some brake cleaner. Other than that, everything does look okay. Starter hanging in there. Exhaust on from here. Like straight pipe that. Get that cat out. But the rest of it's all fine. Except behind the muffler. Alright, I don't see nothing else wrong with it, so I'm going to take a ride and see what it does and see what it feels and what. So, hopefully with hope and love and, no. But hopefully it does. It ain't nothing, hopefully. Ooh, see how fresh that is around it. That sway bar might be moving. It's the only thing I see that's it's a little bit of play, not much. Could be a source of rattling, maybe. But maybe I'll get over there and check the other CB boot and that the steering stabilizer. Check the rack pinion from the front. So go over there in the front. I don't see nothing else that would be causing any problems. Yeah. So I was watching Homie in the Hellcat.
I got all my relatives living Clearwater, so it's easier for one to go down than the seven to come up. You have a good thing, kid. Good shit, man. Stay out of trouble.
Zip that maybe. I don't know what that wire goes to. I never installed that. It's whoever else on the truck. Kind of curious what it does go to, because it goes right in the side grommet. Goes down there to the back. But oh. Right. You're watching Homie in the Hellcat. Oh man, I feel bad for him. I know how it is. I know how it is to be facing charges. I know how it is to be alone, going through some shit. Alright, when I was crawling down just now, I hit the phone. Alright, so here's all the leaking. from the power steering fluid. This hose here that reaches up there. That hose that was loose. And it does go all the way back to the transmission fluid. So PIP norm's not loose. Check this CP axle. Same amount of plate as over there, so I don't think it's really that bad. I would like to change it. All the chrome flaking off my rims from the inside. The bushings here for the steering stabilizer doesn't look bad. The only thing, oh, this one is bad, yeah. So let's check the steering stabilizer over here. It's not loose. The bolt's not loose. So looks like everything's fine. We like to change that fluid. Take all these bolts off and check the gears inside, maybe. And they do front and back. So just check the tie rods in while I'm down here. Now it's a little wobbly, but not much. The gearbox is fine. Alright, everything looks okay. Look how old that shit is. While I'm dipping dabbing, might buy a new power steering belt. Lines in it. It's showing a little bit of wear and tear. I got fluid in there. Yeah, she's full. So it's got a lot of oil up on top of that PCV valve filter, and this should be the PCV valve vent. That should be the filter side. So one day I'll take the heads off and take the motor out and rebuild it when it becomes my weekend mud toys truck. Well, I'm gonna light this here thing, throw this trash away, and like so, to buy this candy. Oh, they got a CBX, huh? They got a bad CBX. You ever hear that? It's like a mile away. I actually love playing that game too. The ear test of a mechanic. Yeah, I know what's wrong with that one. I know what's wrong with that one. So I need to take the back brakes off and look at them. They haven't been squealing like they started to. I've only heard them like once, twice, a little bit. So I still want to take the back tires off and check them. What time is it? 1:50. I got a while before she gets off work. Probably need to put some air in their tires. And get copyrighted, get demonetized. Since I'm not even monetized yet. But I'm gonna cut it off and wash up my hands and go drive around the corner with the truck.